For the first time, the Igbo youths are crying out on Twitter. We have no future in Nigeria. Why are they crying out? They said, after the House of Rep said, we will not allow for rotational presidency. Because there was a bill that was almost passed that every region should have a president. That it should go to northwest, northeast, north central, southwest, southeast, and south. But House of Rep said no, we don't want. Let it only be between the north and south. And the Igbos are saying it will be between the Fulani and the Yoruba. That even Jonathan became president by mistake. But if you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel on notification. Don't comment, click like button, like this video, and also share it to others. Biafran evangelists, the Igbos are crying that they will never become president because of this lack of passing of that bill. Only Yoruba and Fulani will be having president between them. What do you have to say about this?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're also from. I remember Ambassador Biafran evangelist. My dear brother, my dear brother, I want to tell you this. Igbos are not crying, neither are they complaining. Igbos are saying that this is the reason why they want to leave Nigeria. Not cry. There's a difference between complain, there's a difference between cry, and there's a difference between telling you the purpose of which why they want to leave Nigeria. Because it has become a routine in Nigeria that after the Fulani, the next will be Yoruba. And Yorubas have been from the long while believing that they are benefiting in Nigeria. That is why they undermine what the Igbos are pushing out. Do you understand? And now it has been stated so clearly now that everything has become official that nothing like opportunity to Igbos, that Jonathan Daru ruled by mistake. And we agree, we did not even oppose them. We are not dragging anything with Nigeria because ever since the Yoruba Fulani have been rotating the office of presidency, what has changed? Are they better than the Igbos? Have they performed well than Igbos? Are they feeding well than Igbos? And do they have a better environment than Igbos? No. What is that they are enjoying that better than Igbos? We are living, okay, the God of Igbos have been with the Igbos. So, and as it is now, we the Biafrans are saying, you Nigeria should go to hell. We don't need you people. We have made up our mind to go. We have decided to leave this country because it's not worth partnering with.
But we have seen many Igbo businessmen, the politicians, the big men. They are saying that they believe in one Nigeria. That it is the poor Igbos who only want Biafra. What can you say about that? That it is only the poor men. And the real big men, the politicians, they want to stay in one united Nigeria.
Listen to me. The politicians, the people you say the rich Igbo men or the big Igbo men, big man na person way fat. You understand? If you talk of big man, na people way fat, na them be big people. And if you say rich Igbo man, let me tell you, it's Mazen Nnamdi Kanu a poor man.
People are saying that it should collect money from the federal government.
But he refused to collect money. That is to tell you that it's not a reasoning like them. It's not a coward. It's Ojukwu before the war. A poor man. Is Ojukwu a poor man? His father a poor man? Did he come from a poor family? Let me tell you, in Nigeria, the first person to drive Rolls Royce in Africa remains Ojukwu. The first person to provide, that's when you talk of the latest car in the 60s, was who? Ojukwu Papa. Now Papa motor they take carry Queen of England to Waka to parade here in Lagos, to parade here in Nigeria. So what are you telling me when you talk of money? How much have they made? Even let me tell you, I could remember, was it not Kubana or whatever they call it, this young man that the EFCC arrested and later released. And you understand? You understand? He himself now have come to concur on what we are saying. Now he himself have made it that this thing has become because he's an Igbo man. That is why. And the other one, Imoni too, was arrested. So because we are Igbos, that is why these people EFCC are threatening them like this. But the other self is coming to them. So let me tell you, it is not an ideology whether you are Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is never a poor man. Ojukwu is never a poor man. I am telling you the people that are rich, known all over the world before this all this upcoming people that see when Ojukwu was controlling millions and billions, where was Hope Uzodinma family? I am asking, where was Hope Uzodinma family? Who know Hope Uzodinma? Who know Peter Mba? Who know Wifuru? Who know them? And if not the criminalism that they are practicing in the office of politics by stealing Nigerian money, can they compare themselves with Mass Nnamdi Kanu in terms of finance?
But also,
what
we've seen Senator Hope Uzodinma. You are talking about Nigerian unity, that we want to see a united Nigeria. That is why he gave some Muslim money to go to Mecca.
United Nigeria that what is his name? The late the one that put Igbos in the problem that we are in now.
Okay.
What is this man? Nnamdi Azikiwe. Nnamdi Azikiwe. In the name of one Nigeria, that is what the thing that won Igbos out of Nigeria today. One Nigeria that are one Igbos out of Nigeria. That is the one Nigeria you are talking about, Abi, and that is the kind of warning Nigeria out that Hope Uzodinma is talking about. We don't need one Nigeria. We are divided Nigeria. Nigeria can never be one, because in our heart and in your heart, you and I know vividly whether we are not one. Let's stop deceiving ourselves.
There's currently an argument at the bus stop. The Igbos are divided. Now, who do you think, in your opinion, is the hero of the Igbos? Nnamdi Azikiwe, I'm coming, the great Sikh of Africa, who the Igbos love as their first, as the Nigerian president. Or the other people said no, the real hero of the Igbos is Dim Odumegwu. Between them, Nnamdi Azikiwe and Dim Odumegwu, who do the heroes consider? Who do the Igbos themselves? Who do they consider as their hero in Nigeria?
My brother, you can never take a fufu to compare Eba.
Who is Fufu? Who is Eba?
Do you understand? Let me tell you this. Nnamdi Azikiwe is nowhere to be found. I don't know him. We don't know him. It's Mr. Nobody. He was the one that caused the Igbos the nonsense that they are facing in Nigeria, what they are seeing in Nigeria today. He was the one who won Igbos out of the race. But the hero of the Igbos, the hero is no other person than him. He came by one of Igbo land. There are not two, only but one. Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu. Ikemba Nnewi. One. There are not two. So stop mentioning, what's the name of the other one?
Nnamdi Azikiwe.
Nnamdi Azikiwe is nowhere to be found.
Sikh of Africa.
Sikh of which Africa? Which impact did he play in Africa? When you're talking of people that make impact in Africa, you make mention of somebody like the man I mentioned, Dim Ojukwu. Or you make mention of one of his son now from another generation in person of Mass Nnamdi Kanu. These are the heroes. When you mention the heroes in Igbo land, as I speak to you, Traore, the one that is marching Africa forward currently now, Captain Traore said that Mass Nnamdi Kanu is his mentor, and he would like to host him as soon as he come out from Nigerian DSS.
But okay, but
don't you hear that?
But no, but I know. Like,
where is it, Africa?
But
Think of Nigeria.
Well, that's an allegation. But then, let's go to this other issue here. We saw, for example, in Enugu, how the S-men raided a village and everything. But then, another question is that why are the governors from the eastern part of Nigeria, why are they afraid of the Fulani? We saw how Akedolu formed them, Amotekun. We saw the Igbo governors who they formed Ewiagu, but people are saying that Ewiagu is not performing well. What can you say about performance of the Ewiagu, Agune Chamber, and Udogachi? That is in the southeast.
Agune Chamber, Udogachi. There are elements of the Fulanis being ruled by the Fulanis, controlled by the Fulanis, being funded by the Fulanis. That is why the governors, like being their master of the imposed on Igbo land, on Igbo people, being imposed by the Fulanis, are the one doing all this thing. Don't you see, upon all the security personnel, is there any security in the east? Is life and property not being destroyed and being taken? Is there anything called, you know the meaning of security? Security means safety, safeguard, protect, coverage. That is what it means. But is there anything called coverage in the east? Anytime, thank God you said it, in Enugu, You see the way Fulani has vandalized the whole village in Enugu. The 5 people, they vandalized buildings, houses, set everywhere on fire. And they still say they have governor. And the governor say he have a security personnel, he have a bubago. Where are the bubago?
Bandits are feeding babies in Zafara to dogs. It's on the porch over this morning. What do you have to say about that?
It is a very big shameful thing. How can you take 9 months suffering of a woman, pains of a woman, 9 months of crying with a serious pain, and at the end of the day, you take it to the what? To dogs as a feeding. In fact, that is an assault in the highest order. It is a very good, in fact, even Baba God, I don't think God will easily let that go. Because it is you that are not creating, you've not created yourself. The hair on your head, the teeth in your mouth, you are not the one that make it. You don't know how your finger grows in your fingernail grows in your finger. It's you now that is taking life. A woman suffer 9 months to bring forth a child. You carry that child to feed the dogs. That is the highest atrocity in the highest order. It is a very huge and a bad news, and it's coming in Nigeria, and it's happening in Nigeria. It is a very painful and a shameful thing to this country.
Igbos are now becoming, for the first time, the Igbos are now beginning to question, the way this country is going, they are tired. Bandits leader, Bello Choji, asked, I will show you the news on the screen. He asked 5,000 people to leave Sokoto immediately, and they have run away from their state.
Ask which people?
5,000 people in Sokoto.
Okay.
Leave your state or you will die, and they have run away. It's on the newspaper. I will show you and my viewers.
In Sokoto
State. Now the Igbos are not crying. How can you put Kanu in prison and this kind of a man is working free? What can you say about that? Bello Tunji, bandit leader.
Bello Tunji, the bandit leader, ordering the people of Sokoto State to quit their father's land, their ancestral land. And those ones agreed to quit, and they are running away from their home. Just as the same way Mahmuda are giving quick notice to the Kwara people too. Now listen to me. And this set of people and this caliber of human beings are working freely in the society. That is to tell you that Nigeria is a terrorist nation. Because a country that is not a terrorist, a man with this kind of character shouldn't be working freely. Why somebody like Nass will be parading himself in the Nigerian court of law? Mighty Allah threatened the federal government and threatened a whole nation, and they are working freely. Somebody like Nass was in the court yesterday answering questions. And people are wearing masquerade, appearing in the court, witnessing against Nass and Nigeria are condoning people like Tuji Bello. And Tuji Bello freely working, herdsmen are freely working. Nobody is disturbing them. Nobody is troubling them. To them, they have the freedom to work. But Nass doesn't have freedom to speak. You see why this country, in fact, Nigeria is not a country worth dying for. It's not a country that worth one to be proud of. And Nigeria is not a country.
A politician in Igbo land, he has told the Igbos now, don't start crying of marginalization tomorrow. Go and join the army. It is important. The Fulanis are joining, Yorubas are joining, and Benue are joining. You must join the army. It's very, very important. What do you have to say? But the Igbos use are running. Even the Nigerian army is coming and the Igbos don't want to join the Nigerian army. But the Igbo chief is telling them, it is time for you to join army, so that tomorrow you are not going to cry at them. They are marginalizing us. What do you have to say to this councilman? Do you think that the Igbos truly should forget the past and join the Nigerian army?
My brother, let me tell you the gospel truth. The platform of Nigerian army is a platform to wipe the entire Igbo youth. I repeat, the platform of Nigerian military is a platform to totally wipe the Igbo youth. You can see Nweri Akachukwu, they are headed from Oshiri, from Ebonyi State. Look at the way the young man was, just a boy of 20-something years, 22 to 24 years, was spy in Borno State, and they call it unknown gunmen, unknown bandits. He was killed and buried in Borno State Cemetery. For how long? There were 4 in number like that. These are the ones that have worn the uniform. And you are still telling us that I have not putting on the uniform to come and wear the uniform so that you have the opportunity to work the entire youth of the Igbos. And you say that Igbos should not cry for marginalization. But you people in Nigeria have been marginalizing Igbos for years before now. Not now Igbos will start. Our repression is what we have started already. And which Mazen Namikano, our leader, is already facing it, defending it and proving it to Nigeria that we have qualified to leave Nigeria because we have aspired or been together with Nigeria. So let them stop crying and let them stop complaining. Had they been in Nigeria do the needful, what they're supposed to do? See, what make the Agri-Ronsi? What key Agri-Ronsi? Agri-Ronsi came into power and he want to unite Nigeria. He want to make sure that there is peace and there's one unity, there's one mind in Nigeria. In Ibadan, one village in Ibadan, that was where he was spy, where he visited one Yoruba governor as at that time. I forgot somebody. I can't remember that Yoruba name. Even the Yoruba man too was killed because the man stood, said that they must not touch him as the state, as the president of Nigeria who visited his place. Fajuyi, God bless you. Fajuyi, go and ask the family of Fajuyi. They are Fajuyi because of that. Because Agui-Ironsi want to unite Nigeria, and you are now telling Igbos now that you people want to be one. What makes us to be one when in your mentality we are not one? How many Fulanis have been fired by the military? Have you ever seen where they fire military soldiers? All those Boko Haram that they say they are
in Africa, aligning with the Fulani local one in Nigeria, unaliving Hausa people, disaliving them in their large numbers. Attorney General of Federation is there, is not doing anything. Colonel Musa is there, just signing out money and out, signing out in our taxpayers' fund, galvanizing all over where? Europe, enjoying themselves. I am asking, Colonel Musa, you actually claim to have gone to Finland. Are you sure? With Ojuku's widow. Are you her husband? God will question you. That commandeered those military officers that went to Igbo land shooting the whole youths in Osu, Ihiala, Uli, Awamama, Olo, the hometown of Hope Uzodinma. God will answer you. Colonel Kisova Musa, you just answer Christian name for nothing. Islamization process that is going on will never catch up with Igbo man. When you retire or you can be in this government, we will show you the reason why we're Igbos. Nobody will Islamize Igbo land. Fulani that are grazing our farmland will actually meet their Waterloo. Killing our people in our farmland, they will actually meet their Waterloo. So all this misinformation, misinforming Nigerian public that Simon Ekpa will be extradited, you are telling lies. You are a liar. It has never been.
Okay, but
it has never been.
But now the AGF said,
and it can never be.
But the AGF have come out to say, he said action that after the trial, that's when if he doesn't favor them from what he's saying, that they will take further action. But a lot of people have come out and said that what did Simon Ekpa do wrong? Is it because he was fighting for the liberation and what? And fighting against the Fulani? Is that why they still maintain that Ekpa was spying people and declared him a terrorist?
What Ekpa is doing is highly welcome by the Igbos, because police, the military, they could not curtail the excesses, bloody one, of the Fulanis in the farmland in the southeast. Then Ekpa, in conjunction with ESN, they are securing our farmland, making sure that no farmer, no Igbo man is killed unnecessarily by the Fulani headers who are rearing their animals across the whole southeast. Because he's doing his job well, Christopher Musa is not happy. They are antagonizing against ESN because ESN is doing their job well. They are antagonizing, ganging up unnecessarily against Simon Ekpa because he's doing his job well. ESN, when you mention it, the whole Fulani headers, killers began to shiver. In the past, they began to chiva. Presently, they chiva as well. They are chivering now. They begin to chiva when you mention Ekpa now. Because Ekpa is very, very diligent. In all his security doings or activities in Igbo land to secure southeastern region, Ekpa is doing well using the ESN. So that's why they are not happy. And even Ekpa has failed. Igbo man will be falling on daily basis in their large numbers. Christopher Ekpa will be rejoicing. Buhari will be very happy. El-Rufai will be celebrating. And let me tell you, the Fulanis are not succeeding anymore. Because once they come out, the ESN are everywhere in the farmland. They are our forest guard. They are the one that can do the job well. The one initiated by Anambra State Governor, Ebonyi State Governor, Imo State Governor, Enugu State Governor, all of them are but feeble vigilantes. So weak, they could not perform. That's why they are not happy with ESN. ESN is excellent till tomorrow. And Fulanis, listen and listen good. If you keep on your bloody activities in Benue State, in Plateau State, you can't do it in Anambra State, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, Abia State, Imo State. Everywhere you can't do it. Why? ESN, they are more superior than you. And that is what is paining most of your brothers in the military and the police. Because they are seeing someone else falling him back in defense of his people called the Igbo man. That's why they are labeling all manners of allegation on top, on his head, hoping that Finland will crucify him. No, sorry, it is too late. Finland will actually tamper justice the way it should be. They will promote justice the way it should be. They will actually adjudicate, let me tell you, judge it the way it should be. Finland can never be like Federal Republic of what? And Nigeria, Animal Kingdom. Listen, they are not giving us justice here at all. Finland will give Samarepa justice. They actually know that that man is defending his tribe in Biafra land. Anybody that's not happy with that could climb high tension and hug it.
Okay, but for what we can see, why do you think that the Finnish government, some will call it betrayal, at the same time we betrayal, because we know that Finland too fought for their own independence, fought Russia for their independence. Why do you think that it was like they had to, arrest or detain Samakpa at the time when they even when they agree for the Biafra declaration to go on there in Finland?
They don't anyway, because you see that some, things went wrong. There's this diplomatic ties between Finland and Nigeria, and the kind of consular role both countries play now is what is delaying Simon Ekpa from coming out. Ekpa actually is fighting for Igbo man, his country, but he didn't make his roles open or clear to the government of that country. So that's why Ekpa's activities in Igbo land look so strange to them. But actually they have investigated and gone deep and deeper into it, and actually found out that he was fighting in defense, to defend his people, to defend his community, to defend his tribe. So that's why I tell you that nothing. People that are writing on social media, they are the Western media, they are trying to intimidate the Igbos for people to be suffering from, all this kind of fever or cold, that Ekpa is to be brought home. No, it is not. Finland is not Nigeria. Finland is an advanced country in Europe, not Nigeria. Nigeria is nowhere to be found when you talk about, advancement in technology, advancement in science, political advancement as in development, giving out justice, for sake of equity, and equality. You can't see Nigeria do well. Nigeria is a country that is not supposed to be. A country, if you ask me, that was structured in 1914 under the powers of darkness by Florence and her husband, Frederick Lugard. So what I'm trying to say is, count Finland out of it. They are cautioning Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is not incarcerated. Simon Ekpa is free, only that his freedom was curtailed to some extent. That's what it means. But anybody is telling you that he's in confinement, no, he's not in confinement. The country where he has obtained his citizenship is a country that respects the law and the order. So they are following everything within the avenue of the Finnish law. That's constitution. There's nothing wrong, curtailing Simon Ekpa's movement in Finland.
Okay, for what we can see, we've seen the recent killings here in Nigeria. Most importantly in the middle belt and the southeast. Do you not think Simon Ekpa Council should be using this as
example,
as evidence against Nigeria in court in June?
You know what, my brother, listen, you are going far. Do you know the reason I say you are going too far? You are talking about mid belt, that's Plateau State. You are talking about Benue State, where Governor Alia allow his people to be killed by Fulanis, necessarily. But I'm talking about what actually transpired, bloody one, at Idagu community, Enugu State, at Enugu Ezike, Enugu State, at Ihalumona, Enugu State, at Uzowane, Enugu State, where hundreds were killed, and they are Igbos. These are people where Simon Ekpa was working hard to protect, and because of his incarceration, those people were exposed to insecurity. Security over there is too porous now, and out of that porosity, the Igbos are dying in their large number recently. I'm telling you that Finland is watching. Indigenous people of Biafra government in exile are taking records of all those killings, even video recording everything. So come what may, Simon Ekpa is free. Nobody could jail him, and Nigerian government will be shocked